Hey, this is Bucky at Blue Ribbon Flies, and for this month's tie of the month, we're going to do something called a Shakey Variant. And this is just a little change to the original Shakey Beely. Makes it, I think, a little quicker to tie, but still works really well. So I'm going to start off putting the tail on. And for the tail, we're just using wood duck, just the lemon barred. And 4 or 5 strands is plenty. And just lash that on top. And I usually like to have it right around where the barb of the hook starts, just about in that position. And I'm just going to bring my thread forward, pop that off, and then for the rib on this, I'm going to use my tying thread. So I'm just going to make a loop of thread, and I like to bring it over to the far side. There we go, and just set that out of the way. For the abdomen on this, we're going to use the original amber superfine dubbing, and I like to do it in 2 parts. If you put too much of that superfine on the thread, it'll tend to clump. So I like to put a little on and then add a little more as I need right at the end. Start wrapping that. There we go. Bring that forward. Yeah, see, I got it a little clumpy there. I can just kind of pull it and twist it some more. There we go. Bring that forward, and actually that worked out just fine. And that's about 3/4 of the way up the hook. Next we'll take our thread and just kind of twist it. And begin ribbing it. And usually about 5, I like about 5 turns through there. I think looks good. That. Okay. So next for the thorax, you can see I've omitted the crystal flash in this pattern. And then what I'm going to do is, instead of peacock, or ostrich earl rather, I'm going to do ice dub for the thorax. So we'll just wrap that back there, catch that thread. There we go. So I'm going to create a little dubbing loop, hook that, then we just take a little orange ice dub. You don't need a whole lot. Just set that right inside your loop, like so. Again, just a little bit, not a ton. And we'll twist that. There we go. And then some people like to wrap with the dubbing loop tool. For me, I like to get rid of it and wrap with my hackle pliers. So I just grab the thread. You have to be a little more careful, but and then just wrap a nice thorax here. And kind of pull back on each one. Got a little feather stuck in there. And again, if you're going to tie this in with the hackle pliers, don't pull too hard or you'll lose your thread. There we go. Tie that in. Clip that away. And then what I'll do is just take a kind of a dubbing picker, and you can just kind of pull all that out. And you can see it just all kind of envelops the fly. So you have plenty of flash. Okay, smooth that out. Then I'm just going to take a rough grouse feather And I like to leave a little bit of that fluff on the bottom. Just slide that into place. Tie that down. All right. And remember, even with Hungarian partridge, make sure when you grab it with your pliers, you're getting the stem. If you just get the tip of the feather, you're going to snap it every time, like I just did. Get that stem in there. There we go. And you can just fold it a little bit. Take your first wrap and just make sure it's fluffed and all the way around. 2, 3, and then tie that off. There are 3 turns there. Snip that. Now just clean up the head, like so. And there you go. That's, to me, a little bit simpler version of the Shakey Beely. And this is an attractor type pattern I use all summer long. If there's no bugs on the water, nothing hatching, that's a great fly. It just works really well for me.